So before we get into today's video, I want to apologize because the sound quality is not as good as it usually is, and there's been a problem with the microphone. It's been like not plugged properly in the camera, so you'll see sound is great sometimes, less good other times. If you guys are really picky about the sound, then skip this video. It's not going to be that great, but if you don't mind, just give it a like. I would really appreciate. And let's get on with today's video. It's getting really late right now. Today I want to try a different format. We'll talk about how to be confident in trading. Let me just grab lunch because I'm really hungry right now. Now this is such a big topic, and I get a lot of emails about confidence and how you can develop it. So the first step in all of this is that you have to understand confidence is situational. It's not something that you develop and then you have it everywhere. Like, you won't be confident in trading, in business, and let's say in relationships. It's always going to be in one place, and you have to develop confidence in all these different areas you want to be confident in. Now let's take a look at trading. In trading, confidence has a different place, and we can be confident in one place but not good in the other place. For instance, let's think about before a trade, during a trade, and after a trade. Like, you can be not confident before doing a trade. You feel like you don't want to pull the trigger, you're kind of afraid, you're not sure if the trade is going to work out. That's not confident before a trade. You can lack confidence in a trade. So you enter the trade, you're not sure what happened, and then you feel not confident, you feel confused, you feel lost. And that's kind of a different lack of confidence, not the same reason. Or you can be super confident in that, but then when you get into a loss, you feel not confident, and that's another lack of confidence, a different way. Or what about after a trade? So everything happens, let's say you lose your trade, or you win your trade, whatever, but then you feel like you're not confident in your ability to become a trader. That could be another lack of confidence. So don't like focus on the terms, but focus on which one you have the most. Is it before a trade, in a loss, or after a trade? And understand that this is going to be specific. You have to work on each of them, but start to work with one and pick that one that you want to work on. That looks like a massive soup. Looks good though. Chef. Great lunch. And the second step to increase your confidence in trading has to do with breaking down the confidence loop. Let me explain a little bit more. What happens is that everything starts with your belief. What you believe about the market, about yourself, and about your abilities as a trader. Now those beliefs are going to lead to your action. Basically, whatever you believe, you're going to act on it. And those actions are going to lead to results. And your results are ultimately what causes the lack of confidence you have in your life. If you want to get more of the end, the outcome, which is confidence, you have to change what's before and all the things that precede confidence. So either you change your belief or your action, and ultimately if you change your belief, your action will change. And if you change your action, this will circle back in your belief. Now for some reason it's kind of tougher to change your belief, hence why you're much rather focused on your actions, and that's where we'll focus on next.
20元，处理中，请稍后。
See, confidence isn't about not feeling fear or just feeling comfortable all the time. It's about doing things you're not used to do, and knowing that whatever happens, you're gonna still be fine, and you'll still figure out a way to succeed and to achieve your goals. It doesn't mean that you'll feel 100% calm before entering your trade, but at least you'll know that whatever happens, you'll figure it out, and that you're doing the right thing, and that's what really counts. So step number 3 is to ask yourself, what can you do to know that you're making the right decision? Or what can you do to know that whatever happens, you'll figure it out and you'll be okay? That's kind of a big step, but it's not that hard to do. In trading, we have 2 ways of knowing if we do the right thing. The first one is through data, still mean backtesting, or could be data from someone else. And the second way is through other traders, asking for other people's advice on what they do, what they look for, and that can help you know if you do the right thing. And I'll be one of the first to agree here that there's kind of no substitute for experience. Whenever you want to be able to feel that you can overcome any problem, any challenge, you have to experience things yourself. And that, like, there's nothing you can do for it except maybe practice trading until you know that you can recover from a drawdown or from whatever thing happens. But the rest will come with time. And with time, I've been able to know that I can recover from drawdowns. I can find a solution whenever I don't enter a trade as I expected, and that's powerful. but this is exactly what will lead us to step 4. Just before though, I got in this place and there's a lot of people. I think there's some food stalls and things like that. I'm gonna try to go around and see what that looks like. I think we'll have to try one of those. There are a lot of people here, but let's take a look at that. It's kind of a mix between a croissant and a cookie, but yeah. Absolutely better. That's the sort of market where people come to sell different things, like there's tea, there's I think coffee. So interesting to walk around, but something that I have no idea what they are. Getting back to confidence, the 4th step. And this is in line with what we talked about just before. That is, if you want to be able to execute, that means like taking action, doing the right things that you're supposed to do, without caring about the results. The outcomes and the results are always going to be kind of lagging a little bit, and they're always going to come late. And if you always care about the results, so you go back to see your profit, you go back to see your winning trade, your losing trade, how many trades you lost in the past week, you want to do this after some time, not after like 2 or 3 days. And I got an email this morning with a guy who kind of lost confidence in trading because of the fact that he's been looking at his backtesting stats, and some days he had a winning rate of like 20%, some days like 60%, and he wasn't really sure what to do with that. So you want to be careful. Execute, but don't care about the stats at the beginning. Care about them like a few weeks later, maybe a few months later, but not just in the beginning. It's worthless and quite stressful anyway. Now the last step is quite straightforward, but before I need to practice my Mandarin a little bit.
我们包种茶你听得懂吗？
听得懂。
包种茶，桂花茶，为什么？给你喝，看好不好喝？
很好。
这个是老茶，你喝什么比较好喝？
我喜欢这个。
这个好喝。
这个还好。
完全不甜。600好不好？600好不好？
你有小个？
小的。
啊。是300。
有没有？
你好。Okay. How cool is it to practice your Mandarin here? Wonderful, love it. I've got enough practice for the next couple of days now. That's going to be perfect. Now here's my last tip for confidence, and that's going to be very simple, as I said. But please give it time. Like there's no rush, and you cannot expect to go from non-confident to super confident like a day, or even a week. It's impossible. So give it time, and you will see over time that things start to improve. Like it probably took me about a year to really become confident. That's like bare minimum confident. And then it took like another 5 or 6 months just to feel like I was doing the right thing and to feel that I knew what I was doing properly. But as I said, like speaking with traders, talking to people, doing your research, using your data, that all helps. That's really how you're gonna become more confident over time. And if you commit today to doing one thing per day to become better at trading, whether that's gonna be testing something, doing something that you have to do, or something that the trader recommended you to do, you're gonna see a big progress and a big impact overall. And as I said, like it takes time, but when you do something daily, you'll be amazed by how much things add up over time, and that's crazy. So people are starting to wrap up here, and I'll get back also as well to the apartment. And so this is back there.